Parents, it is never too early to start teaching your kids new things, and that definitely applies to how they communicate. You can start teaching your child how to sign as early as 6 weeks old, and there is a place to do that right here in Albuquerque. Here with us this morning is Jessica Schroeder, owner of Baby Signs with Jess, along with Meg Parrott and her daughter Lily, who is 2 years old, and she is learning how to sign this morning. She's up bright and early with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So Meg, we were just talking here, or Meg, I'm sorry, Jessica, we were just talking right before we came in. I'm very curious, how did you start this business?
Well, I was a nanny for 13 years,
Okay.
and I noticed that a lot of kids had trouble communicating with their parents, which led to tantrums and
Right.
crying. And so I took a couple of ASL classes in college, and I decided that this might be a good way for kids to communicate when they can't use their words.
That's
And
amazing. So we're seeing right there, Meg.
Yes.
Meg using some of the signs to talk with Lily. Was it? Did you have a relative? I mean, a lot of people would try different ways to communicate, and I'm curious what brought you to ASL as the way to do it. Was it just something that you read that you knew that this would help with kids? Did you just know that they could relate to this very easily?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
a little bit of research, and then it showed that kids who use ASL are read faster,
Okay.
can put together sentences faster, and so I thought it might be a good way to help them communicate with their parents.
Right.
The Baby Signs is 90% ASL,
Wow.
and then 10% kind of made up to modify because of their hands and gestures, the way they can
Gotcha.
communicate that way.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay. And how long have you been teaching this?
the business I've had for a year, but like I said, I was a nanny for 13 years, and I've been kind of teaching all the kids that I've taken care of for that
Okay.
long.
So, Meg, how long have you and Lily been participating in these classes?
About 9 months.
9 months.
We did some. My nephew had some basic sign when he was a baby about 15 years ago. Lily, please stop. And
it's early, huh, sweetie?
And so, even with my older boys, we had learned simple signs: more, eat. But she screams
Yeah.
a lot. As the
Okay.
fourth child, the only girl, she had a lot to say.
Yeah.
And no way to say it. The muscle skills in their mouth are not developed enough to speak. And so we started out of self-preservation to
Gotcha.
give her a way to communicate. Even simple things, to tell her brother, stop, please don't do that to me. And we just keep adding.
Yeah. Just keep adding. Now, I noticed just a second ago, Jess, and I'm not sure folks at home, she made this. Is this?
She wanted to draw or
She
color.
wanted to draw. So I mean, and she's using it just very second nature. So you're saying that babies as young as 6 weeks can participate in this? Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
I've heard a lot of parents say, as
here.
soon as your
need
baby's
to
born,
sit
you can
nice.
start using sign language. And then I've heard parents say
here.
at 6
You need
months,
to
you know,
sit.
babies make the gestures. So, you know, it just depends on the child, like everything else, how they learn. Some
Yeah.
do it early, some do it later.
So can you show us a little bit of some of the signing that Lily can respond to? Now there she goes again, as you can see, folks. She's.
to draw.
You wanting to draw, sweetie? You want to draw? Here. Why don't you use this script? Because I don't use my scripts. Matt and I, we don't use scripts. Do you want to draw a little bit, sweetheart?
Can you say thank you?
No. She's busy drawing.
Well, she is 2, so you know.
Absolutely,
Mind
yeah, yeah. So, what are some of the most common signs that babies will do? Now we're seeing the draw. What are some of the other ones? Thank you and
Yeah, thank you, eat more.
Milk.
Milk.
We use milk,
Milk.
a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. In my classes, I'll start out with like mealtime signs, like, you know, the milk and the eat, and then we move on to like bedtime or going to bed signs and that kind of thing. You know, just routine things that kids want to do.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, if someone wants to get their child involved in this, what's the easiest way to contact you?
Actually, I'm teaching classes at the Cabazon Community Center in Rio Rancho right now.
Okay.
So they can contact them to sign up for classes, and classes start on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, and there's still room for enrollment.
Oh,
So
yes.
if we want to get our
Yes.
kids starting Saturday, we can.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, as you see there, folks, we have the number on the screen, 249-2727. For more information on this, head over to CASA.com and click on the CASA blog. Thank you for coming in, Lily. Did you draw me a picture? Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. She is adorable. She's absolutely
you so
gorgeous.
much.
Absolutely. All right.